Y'all hoes still lying to y'all talking about y'all gonna go to the gym and y'all gonna eat right and y'all gonna lose weight. Child, please. Well, if you still living in the state of delusion, child, you might as well click the link and purchase these health and wellness products to help you with your lives, honey. Bye. You know, black people, we just ain't gonna do right and can't do right. It's always some drama when it's time to bury Big Mama. What am I talking about? Our internet grandmother, Miss Holla, recently passed of breast cancer, and there is a lot of drama and questions surrounding the GoFundMe that her granddaughter Chelle put up in order to help cover her burial expenses. Wanna talk about it? Here you go. Girl, now I don't know if some of y'all or all of y'all know who Miss Holla is, but she was this hilarious, outspoken, profanity-laced, vocabulary-using woman that just bursted onto the internet scene within the last couple of months. She was terminally ill with cancer, but she was just really, 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 really funny, and she just recently passed. And as a result of that, her granddaughter Chelle put up a GoFundMe asking for $10,000 in order to bury her, and it made it up to $47,000 and has since been disabled. But the internet is buzzing and people are scrutinizing, did she have insurance? Did she not have insurance? What was y'all doing with the money she was getting on the cash apps? And Chelle has reached her breaking point after she says it's made it to the shade room, and I'm sure she's reading the comments and is not used to the type of negative feedback that you can get being social media popular. And she felt the need to get on Facebook, do a live, to state her claim, and to clear her name, because people are throwing accusations out there that she's a thief and they're manipulating Miss Holla and all that type of stuff. So let's talk about it. Some of y'all get on this internet and get so self-righteous as if you have always had it together. All right? Black people not having life insurance is nothing new, okay? It's nothing new. We've been throwing fish fries and leaving tip jars in convenience stores to collect funds for people since the beginning of time. It's just what we did. Oftentimes when people did not have money to bury their loved ones, the family, the community came together. We sold plates. We did whatever we had to do to get that person in the ground. And some of y'all, it's so ghetto. They don't have life insurance. Listen, y'all, a lot of people don't have life insurance. All right? A lot of people do not have life insurance. A lot of it is due to miseducation. A lot of people assume that it's more costly than it is. Therefore, they don't bother getting any. Some people just don't give a damn and figure that their children to get them in the ground, or why should I care? I'm dead. Hell, that's y'all problem. Other people have pre-existing health conditions. And for some people, it's a lack of access. So I'm not really feeling this shaming people for not having life insurance, because anybody who is watching this video, they can call somebody in their family right now who ain't got no damn life insurance. So cut it out. Now, Chelle, I'm going to say this to you. Welcome to social media, baby. When you put your life on social media, the reality of the situation is it becomes fodder for internet chat, and essentially you have given the world license to comment on your life. All right? when you put the GoFundMe up, and this is the other thing that get me, right? Y'all get so bent out of shape when people put GoFundMe things up, okay? Y'all want to scrutinize every damn detail of their life. I'm not that type of giver, all right? My daddy used to do this real bad. Like if he saw a homeless person or something, he wouldn't give them money and he would make comments like, all they're going to do is go get a beer or buy drugs with it. I don't give a damn what they do with it, all right? From God's perspective, I did my part. I gave. What you do with it is on you. Y'all don't have to give to these GoFundMes. You don't have to give. There's no reason to be bent out of shape. You just simply don't have to give. And if you want to give, you can, but you then cannot put stipulations on what the people is doing with the money. If you think they scamming, then don't give. If you think they scamming and still don't care, give. Now, when I saw Chelle's video, because I'm one of those people that if you strike a chord with me emotionally, more times than not, I'll probably sympathize with you and believe you, right? So Chelle was just running down the list of things. She's like, there were expenses surrounding taking care of Holla. We had to pay people to come in. We had to do this. We had to do that. She was only monetized on YouTube and Facebook. And, I'm listening to her. And as I'm listening to her, I'm saying to myself, this sounds like the rhetoric of someone who is being honest. I really did initially get an honest vibe from her. Now, here is where things went left for me. Janice, the darker skinned young lady, she cuts in because she's equally as frustrated. She cuts in, gives her rant, and then she goes on to say, y'all wasn't just tuning in to see Holla. Y'all was tuning in to see us. Me, Chelle, Daddy, Maya, all of us built this platform. No, the hell you didn't. Then she said, I got 33,000 followers. If y'all wasn't tuning in to see me, if y'all didn't mess with me, I wouldn't have that many followers. I don't know that translates like that, Janice. For the record, we were not tuning in to see you at all. Nor were we tuning in to see Maya at all. More times than not, you and especially Maya, y'all were aggravating and annoying, if you really want to know the truth. Secondly, Chelle, more times than not, over-narrated the stories and was talking so damn much, it made some of the lives hard to follow if you really want to know the truth. So we were not tuning in to see you, Janice. But what I took from that, the fact that Janice is staking claim on the platform suggests to me that Janice also felt entitled to portions of the internet earnings. Now listen, how they doing the money, who name is in, that's none of our business. It really isn't. It would seem that it would be Holla's money, but Holla about to go in the grave, so it has to go to someone. Whatever they agreed upon as a family, that's their choice, and it's not our business. You know what I'm saying? But it does explain partially why y'all don't have no money for the funeral. Because if it was me, and I knew Granny did not have life insurance, but we stumbled upon this social media thing, those videos would have been made with a purpose. and the money would have been diverted to take care of her funeral expenses. That would have been the perfect thing to do. That would have made the story full circle. You know, her fans and followers helped get her in the ground. However, I'm still not passing judgment because I understand that people have to eat today. Sometimes you can't worry about the future and your stomach rumbling today. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, maybe when the social media money was coming in, the lights was about to get cut off. We don't know. But it starting to look a little fishy. Then, and I hate to do this. I was sympathizing with Chelle until she told a lie. All right. She got on there and was like, you know, y'all, it ain't no money. It really ain't no money. And Janice was like, you know, you 10,000 views and you only get $8. She was like, y'all, it really wasn't that much money. And then she said, oh, and the taxes, I'm telling y'all. And she really leaned in on the taxes. And that's when, Chelle, I had to get off the train. And I had to get off the train because, Chelle, I have been getting paid from Google for 13 years. That's YouTube. And I also get paid from Meta, which is Facebook, Instagram, and they don't take out taxes. They send you a W-2 at the end of the year with all your earnings, and it's up to you to remit your taxes. So now, since you told a lie, it gave me a vested interest to just start poking and prodding and being a bit more inquisitive. The fact that you're using taxes as justification as to why there wasn't that much money suggests that some money was misappropriated, and that is your way of accounting for it. Oh, she didn't really make this much. She only made this much because of the taxes. I don't know, Chelle. You know, unless you got a different employment form from Meta and Facebook than the rest of us do, if Meta and YouTube, something in the milk is not clean with that statement. That aside, I can tell y'all that they were not making a whole lot of money on the internet through YouTube and Facebook monetization. They were not making a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I would be willing to venture monthly, for the few months that she's been on the internet, maybe $2,500 to $3,000 and some change. That's probably about what they were making based on the amount of videos that they did and the views. So it's not like, even though she had all those followers do not translate into dollars. All right. There's more that goes into that metric. It's about commercial watch, how long they watch the commercial, where the commercial was placed, if they click through the ad. There are other factors that go into how you are being monetized. So just because she had a whole bunch of followers does not mean they made a whole lot of money. Now, let's talk about this GoFundMe, because that seems to be the area of contention with most people. When I first saw the GoFundMe and she was asking for $10,000, I didn't bat an eye. I thought that was right on target. Again, I buried both of my parents, and you can get a body in the ground for $6,500, $7,000. Funeral homes will work with you. If you want to get some add-ons, you want to get police escorts, extra programs, you might want to rent out the chapel at the funeral home. Those are add-ons, And you can still have a very, very nice service for $10,000. And depending on what type of headstone you get, you might even be able to get a small plaque in that, maybe. So when she asked for $10,000, I was like, this feels honest. This is on par with what funerals cost. And within like 2 hours, they had already had $5,000 and some change. And then I had went back and checked back at some point. It was $14,000. And ultimately, it got disabled at $47,000. Now, y'all are having a field day and a conniption about this $47,000. Me and one of my homegirls was talking, and she said when they reached the goal of what they were asking for, the $10,000, they should have turned off the GoFundMe because they reached the goal and they got what they were asking for. Optically, and from the view of, public opinion, probably that feels wholesome. It feels honest. It feels humble. But I want y'all to really be introspective right now and really be honest with yourself. If you had the GoFundMe up and the money was just rolling in, free money, just rolling in, and you seeing this going 15,000, 18,000, 20,000, 25,000. You mean to tell me you gonna disable it and turn it off? And it might be a few of y'all out there who will. On top of that, you got to think about and consider people's socioeconomic status, what they're going through. You got back bills, you got all these types of things, and Lord, this money will really help out a lot. Money fixes most things. You mean to tell me that you would turn it off too? Now, I guess because she's caught so much flack, I checked the GoFundMe now, and it has been disabled at $47,000. Now, it do get to a point where it's like, goddamn, bitch, okay, you got enough money. And I guess 47 is that number. But y'all don't attack the family because they kept the GoFundMe up and kept collecting additional donations, because I honestly feel like more people than not would have done the same thing. Does it feel exploitive? A little bit. Some people were arguing that they were pimping out Holla, and Janice cleared that up and said Holla wanted to go live. She liked going live. It brought her comfort and entertainment while she was here. I never felt like Miss Holla was being exploited, but there was one video that made me very uncomfortable, and it was one of the ones where you could tell her sickness was really kicking in. It's when she said, it's impossible for me to live to see another Christmas and another birthday, and she looked like she was fading in and out or whatever. That was just a little uncomfortable for me, because I'm like, nobody should be featured in their last days, not in their best. They're frail. Okay, now is not the time for us to be consuming Miss Holla for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So that video did make me feel a little uncomfortable, but I don't think they were exploiting Miss Holla. I don't. It was fun. And at the end of the day, y'all, any earnings that Miss Holla earned, the damn lady died. All right? So her stuff more than likely was going to go to Chelle and whomever else anyway. All right? So what are we arguing about here, y'all? Show the people some grace. Do I think everybody got some of the social media money and pay the bill and went and got something to eat, or caught up on their car note, or went and got their hair done? Absolutely. I absolutely do. But it's just not that deep, y'all. It's not that deep. We talking about a few $1,000s a month divvied up amongst the people who were there helping to care for her. It's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna put the link to the video in the description box. And all in all, like I said earlier, and like Chelle said in the video, if you don't want to donate, just give them your prayers. So y'all lay off the people, show them some grace, and don't worry about where the money going. You did your part, and I'll call y'all later. Bye.